Leatherback turtles feed almost exclusively on jellyfish. Other animals such as sablefish, rockfish, penguins, albatross, and tuna have also been known to eat jellyfish.
Welcome to the Jellyfish Manifesto. Today our guests are GemRose and Collin Lowder. GemRose is a artist and Collin Lowder is a performance artist. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So I guess we'll kind of start with how you guys met, and then we'll go down the different journeys.
Okay, yeah. So we have kids together. We kind of grew up in the same county, so that's kind of how we met.
We're roughly about the same age. We kind of went to different schools, but knew of each other, had like mutual friends.
We knew each other. Well, we knew of each other for like 10 years before we had kids. So yeah, and now we just we started. GemRose was like our thing that we started together actually at first. We were going under GemRose collaboratives, and we would we vended our wares.
I had wire wraps and stuff, crystals, things like that to start out with. And she was just starting to get into like painting, and she had like small fun fact at the very beginning. She had some dream catchers that she was making,
or tie-dye
or wall hangings, I should say. But that was something actually kind of interesting. Fun fact.
We just had a whole bunch of random stuff in our booth, like whole bunch of random stuff. Like I had a cricket, so I'd do like some random cricket stuff. The first event that we vended, actually, it was right after COVID, so I had a bunch of like tie-dye masks I had out. Those all sold. That was like the best seller of the weekend, actually. Wow. Yeah. So that's fun. And I guess now it's kind of like just morphed into, I think I've started to just kind of embody GemRose more, so we kind of like dropped the collaboratives, and now it's like I kind of
it's kind of like her whole painting persona at this point, because GemRose in its roots is derived from our children's middle names. Lindley's middle name is Gem, and Layla's middle name is Rose, so that's how we got the name GemRose. So
because I am them and they are me, so
essentially, and that's kind of where, without them, there would be no GemRose at the same time. So
without you too.
Yeah.
So
So what was the initial point that you guys started getting into creating things?
I've always been creative for most of my life. Like in high school, I took every art class I could take. I actually didn't start painting till about 5 years ago. But before that, I loved like clay and pottery and just like making little crafts and like knickknacks and stuff like that. I got into making the wall hangings. But yeah, it's just like it's just a great outlet for me. Something that makes me feel good to make stuff, and also it makes me feel good to make things and then give it to people. I love doing that. I'm a gift giver, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely.
What about your creativity?
As far as mine, when I was in high school, I took a lot of art classes. I had my favorite thing at the beginning was just working with my hands. Like I was really good at pottery. I've never been super talented at 2D art, like paintings and drawings and stuff like that, but I'm not terrible at it either. But building things with my hands has always been my forte, you know what I'm saying? So it started off with like pottery and stuff, and then I worked my way into like other things, like I was carving rocks, and then I ended up moving into jewelry, and then jewelry has been something that I take very seriously now. I started with wire wrap jewelry.
Sort of copper.
Yeah, back to my roots. I started with copper, and then like just to try to get better at it. I wasn't trying to waste precious metals, I guess, at that point, even though copper at this point pretty much is with the economy, oh boy. But silver, moved up to silver, and then after that, probably about 3 years ago, I felt confident enough to start using gold in my wire wraps and actually start making higher end pieces with like precious gemstones in them, and started making what I would consider fine jewelry. I sometimes consider fine jewelry, I guess. And now I'm starting to get into fabrication, and that's kind of where I'm trying to head as far as my jewelry goes.
Yeah, I think that like the custom jewelry market, I love that you can buy something that nobody else has.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a jewelry store, you're buying something that's mass produced. I do like having something that I know somebody put the blood, sweat, and tears into, you know?
Yep.
So like
that's
anytime
something.
I buy a ring or anything, I try to buy it from a vendor. Yeah, it is always nice.
Yeah. One of a kind jewelry is something hard to come across. At least like from a store, there's gonna be 100,000 people that have that same exact necklace or ring or whatever, you know, and being able to pick something out that you know is unique to you, you know, and that calls to you nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the nice thing.
So what was the conversation or idea like where you guys decided that, hey, we should start doing something with our talents?
I guess he took me to my first festival in 2018. And I just really, I mean, I had so much stuff that I was making, and I'm like, I might as well, you know, like sometimes I would like sell things to friends, or like I'd give things to family, and everyone kind of just encouraged me like, hey, you could sell this, you know? So like, I feel like the encouragement from friends and family made me feel confident enough to. And then I think it was my second festival we were already vending at, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, my second festival ever. We're
or
like,
third or something.
yeah,
like
second or
that,
third.
yeah.
We just got all the stuff we needed and
Yeah.
headed out for
Yeah,
that.
it was crazy because like it was a quick transition for her. She like got, oh man, the first festival, it was like
It was a bad experience.
It was a trip.
For my first festival, there's a lot that went wrong, and I'm like a super anxious person, so like all this stuff, I'm surprised I kept going back, honestly.
Yeah, no,
because
she got right back on that horse, and then, you know, took it for a ride herself, you know. So, and as far as that whole thing goes, she has had a massive support system with friends and family and everything, you know, to have that kind of confidence to be able to do that within that short period of time. I thought it was nothing short of amazing.
So for like future creators who want to start getting into the music festivals and selling their paintings and stuff, could you like maybe a little bit dive into like some of the things that went wrong the first time and how you were able to overcome them your second time of going?
I guess so. For the festival, we mentioned that things went wrong. We actually weren't vending at that one. That was just my first attending one. But what kind of problems did we run into at our first vending one? I think we had a power situation. You know, we weren't prepared with like a generator or like some kind of battery pack. So that was definitely something. I would suggest if anybody wants to like start vending themselves, I would just attend any event and just go up and talk to someone and kind of ask them for tips. And really a lot of the way I learned, I think, was just going around to each booth and like looking around and seeing everyone's setup. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say that like some of the things to think about as far as being a first-time vending artist, I should say, some struggles are pricing. I feel like, you know, that's a big thing that we struggled with at the beginning. Was like,
right, we had no idea what things...
Especially with art, you know what I'm saying? It's like so hard to dictate like what I think it's worth versus what someone else might think it's worth, and then trying to find a middle ground, you know, within that. That's definitely something we didn't even think of as far as you know that goes. But then, you know, things like that, and I sold rocks, so it's like, how do you price a rock, man? I mean, it's just like, it's like sometimes those kind of things just kind of slip through the cracks a little bit before you get started. But as you go, you know, you build up a sense of like, I don't know how to, a sense of like what people are more inclined to put forth as far as like that goes, selling things goes, and what you're willing to let things go for as far as the things that are sentimental. I mean, you did put your blood, sweat, and tears into this piece of art, you know, or whatever it may be, and you know, getting your time's worth out of it is something to remember. And that's something, like, I think we were selling ourselves short at the beginning a little bit, just to kind of like get out there, you know, try to like push our stuff as hard as we could, you know. And at a certain point, you know, putting yourself out is only putting yourself out, I guess, if you didn't put yourself out there, you know.
Definitely learned from that first experience, so
I feel like definitely when you're creating things and you're starting out, like if you price it too high, you're going to take a longer period of time to start building up customers and everything. But then you price it too low and you're like, I feel like you kind of get down on yourself because like I know I'm worth more than this.
Right.
But like this is the price point where people can easily come in, and I might not make a bunch of profit, but at least it's there. So it's definitely a hard choice to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
I need to ask, how do you get into the fire performance art? Because it seems complicated.
Okay, so that's actually a funny story. Usually when it comes to how most performers get into it, they have a friend that is playing with fire, you know, and they're like, there's always that one friend that is playing with fire at a party, and you're just like, wow. And I was the guy that was like, wow, I want to do that. And I saw it, and first things first, I picked up a pair of pulley, which it's hard to explain. It's a tethered ball with a handle on the end of it. So there's two of those, and you spin them around, and you can make different like geometric patterns and stuff with the fire trails that are while it's on fire. Things like dragon staff or contact staff. They have things like fire fans, fire swords, all over the place. And as far as all of those props go, I've dipped my hands into a little bit of everything. But as far as mainly my main prop is dragon staff. That's my favorite thing in the world. Dragon staff and contact staff, just because the flow of it is just so beautiful to me. But starting out, I just practiced. I never really dipped into the fire portion. I just wanted to practice because it felt good.
you probably made a set of your own poi, right?
Yeah, when I first started, I made my own set out of like a pair of socks and some tennis balls that I had, to be honest, just to practice with, because like the ones I use now, if I was hitting myself as much as I did back then with those things, wow, it would have hurt so much more. So the tennis balls were fine. I'll take that. I did hurt myself a few times, like giving myself black eyes at the very beginning.
I've broken a pair of glasses spinning before.
Yeah.
Like completely unrepairable. It's intense.
It's not dangerous, but at the same time, you know, getting practice for anything, you know, you can minimize risks, you know, and kind of learn the flow of how things go. And it took me a big portion of my time to actually like build up into the fire, because I was just like not as confident. And then when I did it, I couldn't do nearly as many things as I could do with it not on fire, but it gave me a sense of like putting myself in front of that fear. You know what I'm saying? So like that was the hardest part.
It's crazy to do it for your first time. Like you're so nervous, like you're gonna light your hair on fire or something.
And as far as it goes, like, we give fire only as much power as we allow it. You know what I'm saying? And some people just can't handle fire, you know? And that's just how that goes.
Some people shouldn't handle
some
fire.
People shouldn't. I have seen some things where people have been unsafe, you know? Like, I'm a big proponent for safety. Like, I was, at a point, I was insured and had full fire performing, like I had an actual like fire performing persona at one point, and kind of got out of it. There's a lot of like drama in that kind of a profession, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's essentially performers, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know,
There can be
a lot of glam girls and like, you know, like macho dudes that just want to show off, and it's like
I think you get that in any profession though.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, so I just kind of like stepped away from it, but I do it for me now still too, like, and I like to, you know, go to my family and show them and stuff. Yeah, and I still go to the festivals and, you know, have
It's
a fun
fun.
time there, 'cause
Our
that's
kids,
where I can see my friends and like
the kids
actually
love
have a good
it.
time with it. My kids love it. They absolutely love it. The neighborhood kids, they all when I start spinning fire out back, they always start running up like.
They really boost your confidence.
I know. Yeah, our neighbors were having a party out one day while I was doing it, and I was just doing it for the kids for fun, and they literally like drugged me over to their house, and it was like they were so about it. It was cool. But yeah,
Kids are like literally more motivation than what people consider them to be.
Oh, absolutely. Because they'll tell you what it.
Yeah, exactly. And then even just like on a daily basis, like I don't know about you guys with your kids, but like my son Hunter, like every time I come home, like he runs up to me, he's like, "Hi,"
Yeah.
you know. So like it's nice to have them there for the motivation. And one of the reasons why I keep coming to do this is because he's like, "Hey, like what are we doing?" you know. So like it's great to have kids there in your corner. You guys brought a bunch of paintings with you.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, but I've noticed the sweatshirt that he's wearing is the same as one of the paintings behind you.
Yeah.
What was it like to make that into a hoodie and like deciding like what would go on the sleeves and everything outside of it?
So we're actually grateful that we know people who designed it for us. So Sean and Jenny Collin, they're amazing. They have like an art business, and they work with manufacturers to get these products to us. But yeah, they designed the sweatshirt and sent me like a mock-up of it, and you know they kind of worked with me on how they wanted things. But yeah, it was a really easy process with them, so I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
It really was. And high quality sweatshirts too, mind you. Like I love this sweatshirt. I wear it all the time. It's one of my favorites. And I'm not just saying that because it's her art. No, honestly, it really is just good quality stuff that they put out.
So just looking at it, like to see the border of the painting, like going down your sleeves and everything, but then also the GemRose logo on the side. Like I just think it's really cool how you can like take the base thing and then be able to expand it like that, you know?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm excited to get working on a new design. You know, I was thinking maybe my frog painting I might put on a sweatshirt. That's everyone's favorite recently.
Dang.
Yeah, I love my frog, my little cosmic critter guy. It's cool. So
I do like the fog. So a lot of your paintings, they glow in the black light. Is that just a special paint or?
yeah, it's just UV reactive paint. Yep, I never knew that I was good. Like when I first started painting, I didn't realize that when I tried the UV paint, how much I would love it. So I started that pretty early on, and I've been doing that ever since. It's so cool, especially like at the festivals. Like during the day, people will come into the gallery and see it, and then later on at nighttime, usually intoxicated too, they'll come in with the light, and they're like, "Whoa, oh my gosh!" Like their minds are blown. So that's always fun to see.
Yeah,
So.
I really like how much it accents a lot of the paintings.
Like the stars, especially.
Yeah.
Like I love that. It's like it looks like a real star.
Yeah, it is
shining.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that I've noticed about her blacklight stuff is like she went to a festival, Everwild, and a couple years ago when she had all of the jellyfish hanging up in her booth, you could see her booth out of like all of the whole artist village because it was just glowing
There was
so
a ton of
brightly in
pictures,
the
and you could like
black
see my
light.
booth
It
in the
was
background of them. It was so
crazy.
cool.
It was awesome.
So I feel like we have to talk about the jellyfish. What made you want to have a bunch of jellyfish in your booth?
So the jellyfish were actually created for Ohio Dream Fest 2024, I think 2024, I believe, because it was like an under the sea theme. So with the galleries, I think it's really nice. It's like it makes it more of like an immersive experience when you have like all these decorations. Like I know on Autumn's podcast, she kind of talked about how she made like a ship and she had like a big flag and I had like big tentacles I made. And there was just all kinds of little stuff that me and the girls and like the artists made for that one. So
I think Autumn talked about the jellyfish on her podcast. We have jellyfish. I don't know if they're in the frame, but there's this little guy, and then this blue one. Look at those. That's sick.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I really
Yeah.
like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll move them here. They might be in frame better here. But yeah, the jellyfish are really cool.
Yeah,
And how many
thanks.
of those did you make for that?
I think I made at least like, I think I had like 30.
Yeah, I think it was 30.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
thought.
bought the smaller ones. I bought a few of them off Amazon just to have extras. I think we had like maybe 40, honestly, hanging out, something like that.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was cool.
She
we had
this
like
real big
seaweed
one,
and
too. Like, it was real cool.
oh yeah, Autumn made a big one right out of an umbrella. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never thought about that. An umbrella is the perfect jellyfish.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people make like paper jellyfish. I've seen a lot of stuff like that. I know we need to hang something up from the ceiling eventually, but there's a
Yeah.
fan above us. So it complicates things, especially
Yeah.
when there's a lot of people in this room. The fan is necessary.
You can hang it from the bottom of the
Yeah, I can hang it from the bottom of
Yeah,
the
it'd
fan.
be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, these are really nice.
Thanks.
Get like that magician wire where you can just cut through it and it'll hang right through the fan.
Hey, we
It'll
need
be
more
fine.
magician stuff. For no reason. I just like magicians. They're cool.
Yeah. They're cool.
So, what would be your guys' like all-time favorite thing that you've created so far?
Let me think. I mean, like installation wise or like painting wise.
That's a good question.
I'm trying to think of. I don't know. It's hard to put like just pick one thing because like when you put everything together, like to see the whole setup together, like it's amazing. Like everything's cool by itself, but when you put all of it together, it's really really cool. As far as painting wise though, I wonder, this is probably my favorite one.
So I keep looking at that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yep, that one's called Elementally Interlinked, and it just kind of shows kind of how all the elements intertwine and create, you know, the life that we live, really. So
I did see one on your page where it was like a bunch of eyeballs. I thought that one's really cool.
yeah, I love that's definitely a recurring theme in a lot of my paintings. I love eyeballs.
Yeah.
They're really fun to paint, and they're also like, you know, they're a window to your soul. So they're kind of just, they stare at you. There's been a lot of comments like when people will come up and like view my stuff, like they're so drawn to the eyeballs because they just they look back at you. So yeah, it's a cool little element I like to
Yeah, it's
add.
definitely unique. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the mushroom. I think the mushroom painting is really cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
We'll get a picture of the painting to show in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remind me
We
'cause
want
keep
to
saying we're
see
gonna
the
take
backdrop.
photos.
Oh yeah.
And then you
And
go back
all
in
of it,
there.
yeah. We'll take the picture this time. I promise. We'll get a picture.
When we started, we were like, we're going to take photos of every guest and like do this whole like social promotional thing. It's only happened like once or twice.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
We've got it.
It's okay.
We've got it. But no, I do really like the mushroom. I have a gnome thing in my house. My wife doesn't like it very much, but so I like a mushroom painting. I bring this up every time we have a painter on, but that's besides the point. I had a question.
Oh no! Are we
I just
doing
pulled an
this
egg. I
again?
just
Are
pulled
we
an egg.
doing this again?
You can go. Yeah.
What is a project that you kind of feel safe to talk about that maybe you've started or completed, but just never like showed anybody?
I guess I have. Can I grab this? Will it be in the shot if I grab it?
Yeah, it should be.
Like right there, maybe.
Is it in the shot?
This way. Like right here.
Up a little bit. There we go. Right?
So this is a like this way. Okay. This is a work in progress I've been slacking a little bit. I was supposed to have this done for Christmas for my kids, but I didn't realize I was going to put this much detail into it either. So it's just, I'm taking it slow, but I don't know if you guys know like the Labubu trend.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just cute and creepy, I guess, but yeah, I like it. He has a face tattoo. It says "Oops" on it. He's just a weird little guy. But I like this piece because I really made use of my airbrush a lot. I really love the effect my airbrush gives things. It like makes them glow.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Crazy and behind the black.
Yeah, but I think this is one of my only works in progress right now. I kind of took a break during the winter time.
Yeah, I feel like Labubus are just like this generation's Furby.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
It's the same concept.
Is.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
They're both kind of off-putting, but everybody loves them. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
No one can explain them.
Yeah.
yeah, they're just so cute.
essentially.
They're just cute and weird. I love weird
So
stuff.
funny.
I remembered my question.
Attaboy.
So I was looking at your page earlier today. I've looked at it a couple of times since you were mentioned in Anna's podcast, I think. But you've done some baked goods. How's that different than like painting, the process?
Well, I think it's almost easier, I feel like, for me at least, because it's kind of one of those like it's like sculpting kind of, in a way. So it's easier to once you learn like the techniques, there's like certain techniques you need to use, and once you learn those, you can make really cool stuff. I only work with icing, so I don't do any fondant. So that can make it a little more challenging to make things out of buttercream or whipped icing, but it's really fun. There's actually, I've done a couple cakes like based off of a painting. Like I'll paint something and then I'll make it into cake form. Awesome. So that's always really cool to see that. Yeah, I did a cake that was like a pumpkin with an eye in it. That was like one of my favorite ones I like to do for Halloween.
My favorite one was the crystal eyes.
Yeah, I did this really like intricate cake that like it was like spot on to my painting. It was really cool. There was like gemstones and it was like a alien plant with like gemstone leaves. So yeah, it's fun. I do like doing it. It can get a little bit repetitive, but I keep doing it because I do get creative freedom with it. It's fun to make those weird random things. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw one. It was a bunch of cupcakes that you had to put icing on that had a raccoon on top. I love the raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
I like raccoons a lot. So I thought that was really cool.
So we have another channel called Trash Buddy Games, and the mascot's a raccoon.
Cool.
Yeah, I love raccoons.
Cool.
But I saw the raccoon one, and then you did a cupcake one with like a snail, I think. That was really cool too. I really liked the snail.
Yeah.
But I was kind of focused on the baked goods looking at your page because it's just so different than everything else on there.
Yeah, right. I do a lot of things. I guess I'm not so much anymore. It's mainly as paintings and cakes usually, but the art is like for fun. The cake pays the bills, so everyone needs a cake all the time. So yeah, definitely it's fun. I'm grateful to be able to work in a field that lets me like use my creativity. So
I was about to ask, is this like your main profession or?
Yeah, yep, that's what.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yep.
Well, Eric, if you ever need a cake.
Yep.
Yeah, you can cake a lot.
No, yeah, and honestly, I could see how like
I made a dice cake for him for his birthday.
Yeah. She made. I am real into like magic and stuff, so like seeing like she made a 20-sided die, which was like spot on too. I even took a picture of it and saved it in my phone because I want to use it for future reference. But anyway, she did a great job on that cake. That was one of my favorite ones that she's ever made.
This has nothing to do with art, but are you really into the dice? Are you really into dice? I have so many dice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I like collecting cool ones, but like the cool ones are always like so expensive. Man.
Yeah.
I thought about getting 100-sided one today. Actually,
I have a 100-sided
Those are
one.
cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen those before.
The
Yeah.
100-sided ones are so confusing sometimes.
Yeah, how do you
Which
like?
one's the
Yeah.
top?
Yeah, you're supposed to read the one on top, and it's like I don't know.
I can't tell what angle is up.
No, I just saw some dice that I texted a picture to my wife that have like the Cheshire cat on them,
Oh, that's cool.
and she's like, "You don't need more dice." I'm like, yeah, I know.
Got a dice.
Yeah.
roll.
I know. I have a box about this big full of dice.
Yeah.
And every time I go into the card shop, I'm just like, no, I won't.
Yeah. I know. I have a lot of like the metal ones, and then I have a couple of liquid core dice, the ones that have that like water with the glitter and stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're way too expensive. I have gemstone dice that
Really?
cost like
Oh.
$60. It was too much
Those would
money.
be cool.
That's what I
Yeah.
want. Honestly, every time I go into
Have
the
like an opal
game
white.
shop, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But I can never.
Yeah, they're
afford
too
it,
expensive.
man.
I shouldn't have done it.
I cannot. afford
They're my favorite dice.
I
but-
did buy
yeah.
one CNC like iridescent CNC'd metal. I think it was titanium, and it was fairly big, but I spent like $40 on the thing.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
shouldn't have. The guy at my local game store, he likes me a lot. So like,
Yeah. I saw you can buy like tungsten dice online.
Oh.
But it's like insanely
Like-
expensive, way too much money,
Oh.
and you can't use them.
Struggling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
drop it and it just lands.
yeah,
It
and break the
doesn't
table.
roll.
You know? But I think it would be cool as like a display, but it's too much money for a
Yeah.
display.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean that's a cool display, but at the same time,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
So how is it? Like same basic question that I asked Autumn on her show. How is it being friends with them, and what does it mean to you that you guys are able to be friends and be able to work together or alongside each other?
It's definitely really magical. Like I feel like we like have these ideas, and then like we like a lot of the same things, so it's so easy to work with them, you know, like everything I feel like it just flows like effortlessly. It's like it's a really beautiful connection, I think, to be connected through art, you know, and for everyone to just love everyone else's ideas and like just be so down to like do other people's ideas. It's really cool to have that kind of friendship. That's what I really love about art. I feel like it definitely like unifies people, and it brings like a certain amount of like community. That's my biggest like love in it, I think, and going to festivals and like hosting galleries. That's one of the main goals is community.
Yeah, collaboration.
Yep.
That's what it started out
Yep,
as.
collaboration.
We just talked to Anna last week, and she was so excited that he would be here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, we have another podcast called the Quickies Podcast, and she just joined us as being a full-time host of that too.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
We have too many podcasts.
I was going to say.
It's becoming a problem.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a problem.
Yeah. This one is becoming one of our favorites because we get to meet interesting people every day. And then we have the Trash Buddy games where we just play games together. And Quickies is like 15-minute episodes where we just
15
talk about
minutes,
random
3 times a
topics.
week.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Just little short snippets, you know. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta selfishly plug ourselves.
Yeah, no, I know. That is shameless.
So, summer is just around the corner. Do you guys have any like specific plans you're excited for?
For summer, I guess, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of festivals that I'm getting excited for. I feel like I'm most excited for Everwild.
Yeah.
Definitely,
on my brain.
I've been in like the artist village for that one the past couple years. Hopefully, I'll get in again. Fingers crossed. But if not, I'm still going. It's like it's my favorite all-time
yeah.
festival.
The biggest one I look forward to
Yep.
every year.
There's like a really good mix of music they have, and they have a lot of like really big name artists for a really great price. So it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
it's definitely an experience that we look forward to every year. Aside from that, I mean, I don't have anything else planned so far. They always kind of pop up. I don't know. I guess they pop up when they pop up. We just kind of hit whatever sounds cool, I guess. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back out there and start live painting again. It's been kind of a boring winter without any events to attend, so
There needs to be more indoor winter events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially because winter is really such a magical time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, why are we just like all huddled inside with nothing
Seriously.
to do?
Yeah.
We've been kind of
Yeah.
like making a little safe haven at like Otherworld a little bit just to like hold ourselves over with shows and stuff for the winter time just
Yeah, they
because
have
it's
like
like
raves.
yeah they
Raves.
have like little raves at nighttime after hours like on weekends. It's kind of nice like to go in there. You see all the cool like art installations in there, and if you haven't heard of Otherworld, it's like a big art museum with like lots of different rooms that have different themes and installations, and it's interactive and immersive. Like you can touch things and things will react in special cool ways, and to be able to like
Be
listen
surrounded
to
by
really good
art.
music
and-
and
yeah.
see all of that cool stuff. It's really cool. You know, it's something
Yeah.
right down our alley. You know what I'm saying?
The
So,
vibes are
Right,
high.
yeah.
The vibes are high. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's been a kind of a little destination for us a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was just there, I think on New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
I went
Nice.
with my wife and her sister.
We
I almost said
Yeah.
daughter. I don't have kids. I don't know what that was. My wife and her sister. And I didn't know they did stuff after hours. That's interesting.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
tried out the new arcade. They have a
Yeah,
new
that's
arcade.
so
we did-
cool.
it was open for the rave too. That
Yeah.
was so cool.
Yeah, I realized I'm not in shape.
I know.
It's a lot
You
of
must
like
have went in
running.
that cage thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so scared I was gonna trip. I was like wearing
I
these
did
big
trip.
boots and
I tripped so many times.
I keep giving my wife crap because we were in there and she kicked me in the head.
Oh, no.
Yeah, knocked my glasses off and everything. And we got out. She's like, "Oh, that was fun." I'm like, "You kicked me in the head." I'm like, it hurt a decent amount. I got
Yeah.
kicked in the head pretty
My
hard.
glasses.
I bring it up.
Flying.
Yeah, I'm like, I was worried you broke my glasses.
yeah.
But no, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a fun place to go. Yeah, and their art exhibits are very well thought out too. Like they have the way that they are immersive is just
Yeah, I'd love to be a part of something like that big someday. You know, it's so fun to create things like that. You know.
Yeah, and they have puzzles. I love puzzles.
yeah.
Lovely
you're
puzzle.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool to do Burning Man one year.
I think the idea of it is cool, but I would probably lose my mind. It's like so huge, you know.
Oh, and the sand.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sand. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I heard everything gets destroyed in all the
Yeah.
sandstorms.
Yeah, you just man, I couldn't even imagine.
But I heard like,
And then the 2-day drive just to
Yeah.
get out of the desert, you know.
but I heard like
crazy.
the connections and stuff you make there is wonderful because it becomes like a small little community. You know,
That's
If
why we
anything,
love-
I'd be one of those people that skydives and save yourself some time.
What are you gonna
man.
do? Just look out the whole weekend?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'll be taken care of. I'll be fine. All I need is just something to cover my face and maybe some goggles, and I'm cool.
Yeah, but that's why I like the Ohio music scene. Like, there's so much community bonding when you go to a festival. It's definitely, that's where I've met all my friends, really, you know. Like, I grew up in a really small town, and the people there are just kind of dry, if you want to say it like that. So it's really nice to, get out and get to experience, different people. And, yeah, there's a lot of really cool people we've met.
Yeah, and seeing how eclectic the world can be, you know what I'm saying, and it's not, and not all weirdness is bad weirdness, and that's kind of something we try to put out, especially with our art and ourselves, weirdness isn't bad.
Weirdness is
a good
awesome.
thing, actually. It's better to be. I think it's better to be weird than to just be cookie cutter, dime a dozen, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
we've definitely met on this podcast people who are fully okay with the weirdness in themselves, and it's been awesome because there's so many different ways it goes. Like with Pyle, he was a scare actor, and he can fully incorporate the weirdness that's in him and be able to bring it out, and it's just very cool being able to learn so many different things about so many different ways you can just have fun and be yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Yep, Absolutely. And finding like the different niche, art forms like that, things like that, people being able to express themselves in a positive light, instead of being labeled as like, oh, that odd person over there, like that's the kind of thing that like we try to strive to like embody within ourselves,
Yeah, it's definitely not the fact that you're weird. It's the fact that you need to find the other people who are more like you or just more willing to learn about new things, because there's so many different genres of everything. And like you're going to have the people who are just like in the base of it all. But when you reach out and start learning about everyone out there who like knows more about everything, then it's like, okay, this is awesome.
Right. Right. And that's kind of like where having an open mind, can open up those possibilities to just about anyone, You as soon as you open your mind to like embracing, the weirdness within yourself and within others, it really opens up a whole new world of connection that you can, incorporate with everything in your life, whether it's professionally, whether it's, artistically, whether it is, you trying to even just so much as make a friend, that kind of embracing of the weirdness can change a life,
Yeah, for sure. So getting back to the art business, what's kind of like a few goals that you have with GemRose?
I think definitely I want to get into doing murals more. I think that's the next step for me. I've done a couple before. I did like a smaller one and then I did a larger scale one. And these are like, I did them at festivals. So like you go there for the weekend and paint. And that was a fun experience. The bigger one I did, I had like a day and a half to paint it. And I also had my kids at that festival and my family. So it was like, how do I get all this done, But I got it done and it was really fun to just do something quickly. And it was fun to paint big too. It was almost easier it was easier in a way, but there was definitely some challenges, especially for like learning how to use spray paint for the first time. That was kind of a challenge, but I definitely want to practice more with that and hopefully start booking more mural gigs. That would be great. And I know you want to go through with your fabrication more. You got to get a couple more things.
Yeah,
but
the big part of that is just buying tools. Like jewelry tools are not cheap whatsoever. I just got my grandpa for Christmas got me a ball vise, which is going to change things big time as far as engraving goes, and I can stone set now. It's going to be a lot easier for me. So just buying the tools is my only thing holding me back, and they are big boy tools.
Well, that and I know the prices of materials like silver is so expensive right now.
I'm just
Luckily,
lucky that I got most of my stuff before the silver crashed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
because it's like what $85 an ounce right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
insane right now. But I have like probably like a pound of silver chilling at home that I can
awesome.
Hopefully stretch into more silver if I can later, and gold too. So it'll all work out hopefully, But
it's still really awesome how you're able to take material like that and turn it into something beautiful. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Are you wearing any of mine?
no, I'm not. Yeah.
I was hoping you were wearing that ring.
I love that ring.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, do you have a favorite type of jewelry to make? Like rings or necklaces? Or?
I prefer to make pendants. Like, I am big on, like, pendant design. I have made a bunch of rings before, and I only have really one specific ring design that's, like, I think truly, like, something that I think I created. I don't know. I've never seen one like it anyways. Yeah. But and doing that out of wire is not a very easy task to do. It's very limiting, as far as that goes. But I'd say there's something that I really have been wanting to get into as far as the wire goes. Like if I'm going to keep doing jewelry, I'll probably just move directly into fabrication and just do my jewelry as far as fabrication. But I'll still have all this wire that I'll need to use, copper, silver, whatever. I've been thinking about moving into like trinkets and stuff, like making trinkets. Like I can make like treasure boxes and stuff. I think I can like sculpt out of the wire using like the techniques that I would for the jewelry to sculpt like little treasure boxes or little lockets, you know what I'm saying? To be able to like hold things, because I learned a way to be able to make hinges with my wire wrap. So
That's awesome.
thinking something along those lines, and or movable skulls that are wire wrapped, where you can like open and close the
cool.
mouth.
That's
But,
cool.
yeah, that's something I'm thinking about aspiring to push at least the wire into.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with wire.
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of good ideas rolling around in there. It's just getting the time and motivation between my full-time job and kids and all that
Yeah.
to be able to do so.
What you do is you make the skulls and then have her make the eyeballs for it.
Yeah.
Hey,
be
that's a
cool.
great idea.
That'd be really
You
cool,
could,
actually.
You could
You get like ping pong balls
Yeah,
or
that's what I
something,
was
and
gonna
I could
say.
paint them. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shove them in there. Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. I'm gonna actually
Should
think
try to make
about
an
it.
eyeball pendant, actually.
What?
An eyeball pendant. That'd be really cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
That'd be so awesome. I want one. Yeah, you got to do that.
Didn't you make one at one time?
Oh, I did. It was like a real simple one, but I want you to make one.
Yeah.
Because I wire wrap too, but I just do like simple, like 1 day type
Oh.
things. Like,
It's not that simple. You know?
yeah. they're-
She does. She's made some actually really cool ones. I want to say.
I've been thinking-
There's been a couple of them. Like she says they're simple, but I think she does pretty good. At
It was good for what, like being a beginner. Yeah. But I haven't really touched wire in a couple years now, I think. I've been thinking about getting back into it, though. I've been having, like, an itch for it. 'Cause I have all these, like, gemstones that I need to use. Just a little case. Like, I'll just open it and look at them sometimes. And I'm like,
It's like,
I got to
that
do
would
something
look
with
good as
these.
a necklace.
Yeah.
No, I've seen a lot of people making wings out of like spoons recently. I don't know if you've seen that.
Everybody's on that
Yeah.
trend right now, and I've been actually thinking about just doing it myself, but like putting my own spin onto it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of person to just like roll into trends, but I've had so many people ask me recently, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I should give it a try. You know, at least refine my own skills in a way. You know,
Right.
Say I
Yeah.
can, and I have.
So you can always use that as a benefit for yourself compared
Right.
to just being on the trend.
Right, yeah. And that's kind of what it would be for me, really, is just like, you know, it's a learning thing, you know, taking materials that aren't exactly perfect and trying to, like, you know, do my own thing out of it.
Yeah. I feel like you can find some cool looking spoons too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool about it. Like, seeing vintage spoons like
Yeah.
that. That's really cool.
Everybody's melting down their silver spoons right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you can get a silver spoon, that's worth a decent amount of money now.
Like, well, if I can turn this into an ounce, that's almost $100.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Especially because a few years ago it was only like $16 an ounce.
Yeah, it was
It's
insanely
crazy.
low. Yeah, and that's one thing that I like. That's one thing that I kind of like see as kind of deeper in meaning, because like you look at that piece of silver and like it's worth that much already, you know, but then you turn it into something artistic and, you know, that same piece of silver is worth like 10, 100 times, 1,000 times more, you know, sometimes even, you know, for certain things. You know,
It kind of
It's
blows
kinda
my mind when you look at like a silver dollar and like, you know, it was worth $1 at one point and now it's worth almost $100.
Yeah, yeah.
But like at face value, it's still only worth $1.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Gotta love the
Money is weird.
mint, you know,
Yeah.
Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
So like I love your guys' vibe and like everything, like the paintings and stuff behind you. I feel like just helps bring it out more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was, and we ask everyone this, but like specifically more towards you guys, what would be something that you would tell someone who's starting off wanting to get more professional with painting and wire art and stuff?
I would say definitely you just you have to be disciplined with it for sure. Like you have to practice your passion every single day, and reach out to your community, you know, like make friends with the people that you like aspire to be, people who inspire you, you know, reach out to those people and don't be afraid to ask questions, you know, everybody starts from somewhere. So definitely just get your foot in the door. I guess that's the biggest thing. I guess that's why like when we started vending, we just went for it, you know, because you learn in the process, you learn in the, you know, Yeah,
I'd say like as far as being professional goes and getting to a point where you can have a professionality with it, really it boils down to just like having a full dedication to it, like completely giving your life to it. And almost, you know, I mean, obviously your kids and everything is still there, but at the end of the day, that is the thing that is there for you to be your passion, you know. And like at the end of the day, there's no point to me in putting in all that work just to give up on it, you know. The dedication is what's going to push you into wanting to be better with it. And as she said, reaching out to your community is a very, very big thing. I would have never even known what fire spinning was if not for a friend, you know. And then other friends that I met through that same thing, I had so many people teach me so many different things I would have never learned on my own because I didn't have that community behind me to help me out and to show me the way, you know.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think so. Did you guys have anything you wanted to shout out or anything?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't have anything specific on my mind.
I would like to put a pretty big shout out to me and Michelle's moms because without them, we would not be able to get out and do all of the things that we are
That's
able
true.
to do.
We have
you
wonderful
know?
grandparents that help us with the kids, and
Yes, absolutely. And like we take our kids to events and stuff, but at the same time, like
we're usually working.
you
So
know, they gotta, you know.
I guess that made me remember. We wanted to shout out Hannah.
Oh,
So
yes. Yeah.
so Hannah is
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like to. We want to shout out Hannah Fuller. She is one of my now late friends. Rest in peace. And her mom, Erica Fuller. They were a big influence on our artistic journey and getting us acclimated towards like artist stuff. And she is the person that brought me up in fire spinning and got me out into the community the most, I feel like. So, and she was a painter even. She wasn't even a fire spin. I mean, she did, but her main thing was painting. And she was just a wonderful person. And her mother was always wonderful and with her by her side too. And like,
she hosted like community art gatherings. You know, she would like
she brought the whole art community together for the Ohio festival
Yep.
scene for a long time until she passed. And, you know.
we were fortunate enough to do, she had cancer. So we were fortunate enough to do her last festival event with her. I was in the gallery and he was on the fire team. And she was just not doing well that weekend, you know, like she really wanted to get out, but
So
she
stepped
was
up and,
not feeling
you know,
good.
Took care of it for her just so she could relax and have a good festival, you know.
That was like the first time I got my foot in the door of like hosting a gallery almost, you know, like being in the gallery and making sure everything's going smoothly and like greeting the artists and, you know, the community that comes in. So yeah, she's like what got me into wanting to do that kind of work and doing installation work and hosting community centered, you know, having community centered spaces, safe spaces for people to come to in the festival scene. So,
Absolutely.
yep.
I bet that was hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
guys.
It's okay. No, we had it all planned
Yeah.
out anyways.
Yeah, I'm glad we,
Yeah. If you guys want to see any more of the art, I will. Eric will put a link in the.
Yeah, there'll be links in the description.
Yeah. So there will be a link in the description if you want to see more paintings and stuff. Primarily by Michelle GemRose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching the Jellyfish
Yeah,
Manifesto.
thank you.
Bye.